Hey, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me on another episode of Coffee Chats with Cherie. So happy to have you here with me today. So today I picked a topic that I think is really applicable and helpful for this time of year when I know we're all super busy and we have so many events and parties to go to, and it can be really hard to stick to a certain diet regime, right? So I want to talk about intuitive eating with you today because I think that this could be a really good option for you, whether now or sometime in the future. So it's great to know about and have in your toolbox with you. So, what is intuitive eating? Really, to break it down simply, it's listening to your body's cues of when you feel um, hungry and when you feel full to dictate how much you should eat and when to eat, right? So it's and by tuning in to what your body is craving and paying attention to how you feel after you consume different foods can be really helpful, right? You'll get a better understanding of what your body needs in order to stay healthy, uh, energized, and well nourished, which I know is what we all want for ourselves, right? So, what I found for many people is that intuitive eating is a really powerful tool to get back in touch with their inner wisdom around food, right? And fostering healthier physical and emotional habits. So, whether you're looking to sustain weight loss this way or you just want to achieve overall better health, this could be the right approach for you. So, what I wanted to do today is give you some steps that I recommend if you're interested in getting started with intuitive eating so you can have some guidance. So, the first step is to get rid of the good and bad food labels, right? So, um, the black and white thinking really sets you up for a restrictive all or nothing mindset, and that can be really difficult to break free from, right? So instead of labeling foods good or bad, we want to try to think of them in terms of how they make us feel, right? So I'll give you an example. If you're eating a lot of sugary foods and you find that they're making you feel really sluggish and lethargic, you might want to limit those type of foods from your diet, right? And focus more on foods that you feel more energized and alert after eating, right? So that is one step to work on. And I know that that can be easier said than done after, I know some of us have spent many years thinking of food in terms of good and bad. So give yourself some grace and time to kind of change your mindset around that. The second thing is to honor your hunger cues. So, really listen to your body and when you feel hungry. So, there's no right time to eat, and that, or thinking that you should only eat, um, when you're hungry. Whether it is a small balanced meal, maybe to hold you over until your next big meal, or if that's or having that second breakfast, right? If you ate breakfast and you're still hungry, then you have full permission to eat more. You don't have to restrict yourself just because you already had something to eat, right? So, again, it's kind of getting out of that mindset that I only eat at certain times of the day, whether I'm hungry or not, and eating when you feel hungry instead. Um, the third thing is to make peace with food, right? So this means allowing yourself to eat whatever you want without guilt or shame, right? So this can sound counterintuitive, but often when we restrict ourselves, we end up overeating or binging on the foods that we're trying to avoid in the first place. So when we make peace with food, we take away its power and allow ourselves to eat without stress or anxiety. Now, I know this is another one that can be really, really hard for people, and myself included, right? So, again, give yourself some time and patience in trying to change your mindset around shame and guilt around food. The fourth one is to respect your fullness cues. So we talked about hunger cues. We also want to pay attention to fullness cues as well. So really listening to your body and knowing when you've had enough to eat, right? So, how I like to look at this is on a scale basis, like 1 to 10, with 1 being like you're starving and 10 being so stuffed like you can't get off the couch, right? And I know that we've all experienced both ends of the spectrum, right? Especially with Thanksgiving being a couple weeks ago, right? We've probably have felt number 10. So what we want to do is aim for around a 5 or 6, and that is going to ensure that we are neither too full or too hungry. And then lastly is the thought that all food fits in. Right, there's no forbidden foods when it comes to intuitive eating. It's all about, again, listening to our body and giving it what it needs at the time, right? So if you're craving something specific, go ahead and have it. So I think if you start to follow these tips that we talked about today, it's really going to foster a healthy relationship with food in a way that puts you in the driver's seat, right? And that's going to lead to you feeling empowered and confident in your choices and how you fuel your body as well. So I hope that you found this interesting and now you know a little bit more about what intuitive eating is, and you can decide if it's something that would work well in your lifestyle or not. But knowledge is power, so I think it's great to know about it even if you don't implement it right now. But if you are interested in diving deeper into intuitive eating or finding another diet plan that really would work for you and your lifestyle, and you need the support and the accountability, I do have some coaching spots available so we can get you set up to end the year and start the new year on the right foot and get you feeling your best and healthiest self. So feel free to reach out to me anytime if you would like to chat more about that and get some more information. I'd love to talk with you and learn more about your situation and goals for the future. So that's what I have for you today. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate having you. And I will be back with another episode soon. Take care. Have a great day.